Uh, okay, so today we are going to look at King's 4 report, and King's 4 report is one of the corporate governance code, and like for example in Kenya we use CRM, which stands for Capital Market Authority. It's like the corporate governance in Kenya, the corporate governance code in Kenya. So King's 4 report is used in South Africa, and yeah, it's used in South Africa for it lays out the philosophy, principles, practices, and outcomes that will define the corporate governance. So the reason why South Africa adopted this King's 4 report was it's used in corporates like public, private, or non-profit sector, and it states that business must either comply with the corporate governance code or explain why they do not want to comply with the code. So the principles of the King's 4 report, number one, we have ensuring the basis for an effective corporate governance framework. Number two, we have the right and equitable treatment of shareholders and key ownership functions. Shareholders, the owners of our corporate. Number three, we have institutional and equitable treatment of shareholders and key ownership functions. And number four, we have role of stakeholders in corporate governance. So stakeholders are basically everyone who is involved in the organization or the corporate. We have disclosure and transparency. For example, risk factors, company objectives, and major share owners. So the next part is the objective of the King's 4 report. Objective number one was to promote good governance in the organization. Objective number two was to broaden the acceptance of good corporate governance through good resources management and distribution in regards to the organization's resources, objectives, and operations. Objective number four was to present good corporate governance as an ethical consciousness concerned not only with the organization structure, but with the ethical behaviors as well. Objective number four was to reinforce good corporate governance as an interrelated set of arrangements that is to be understood by the organization members to be implemented in an ethical manner. Objective number five was to encourage transparency amongst stakeholders. So before the introduction of King's 4, we had King's 3 report, and it had 75 principles, and also it was an update of the King's 4 report was an update of King's 3 report, and it was not really meant to eliminate the King's 3 report. So it was just an update. And so King's 4 has 17 principles, and I think it's been divided into 4. So King's 3 report used an approach called comply or explain. Yeah, and King's 4, it uses an approach called apply and explain. Yeah. So that's the end of the presentation, and I have this quote from from Walt Disney, and it says the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Yeah, so that's the end of our presentation. Yes. Yeah. So we also have other codes, for example, the UK code. It's used in the UK. We have the CMA, the one I mentioned, it's used in Kenya. We have Sarbanes-Oxley Act. We also have the 1, 2, 3, 4. There are like 6 codes. Yeah.